All right, got this excellent fact from Secrets in the Morgue, a show that we might do down the road. You ready for this?
Hit me.
In the early 90s, it was common practice to take a rectal temperature to determine time of death.
Sweet.
Did you know that?
I feel like I may have known that. Or maybe that's what you do with animals.
I want to know what step 2 is. Like, what does it tell you? Like, what is it? The temperature? Is it how it feels in there? Like, I don't.
It's the temperature, body temperature minus time. Like every hour, maybe it goes down a certain amount of degrees.
Yeah. So the lady says it in a talking head, and immediately after she goes. Nowadays, we realize that's not the best way to do it. I love that, dude. I love the science where it's like, yeah, I mean, it seems barbaric now. I don't know. I just love it.
Think of the millions of corpses.
Yeah.
That had to have that done.
Oh, my God.
Attention shoppers. We've got to clean up on Aisle H.
What the other wolves think?
A true crime cleanup on Aisle H.
Diabolical.
Starting now.
Oh, he's telling you that she's bats.
Howdy, Holtheads. Kurt Money here. Alongside my God, Kate. It was like it was a first day. Okay, let's try this again. Howdy, Holtheads. Kurt Money here, alongside my co-host,
Kateline.
All right. And we are here with a brand new episode. And today we're talking about a show called Tell Me How I Died.
Tell me how I died.
Streaming on Hulu, it's got about 10 episodes that aired last year. Now, it's been over a year, so I don't think they've got a second season coming. But boy, do I got a lot of thoughts on this show. Good and bad. Bad. But, Kate, tell us, what did you think of Tell Me How I Died, just overall?
As a show, I thought it was cool. I liked the format. I liked that we were talking to the coroner for most of it, which I was, I haven't...
Forensic pathologist.
I haven't seen any other episodes, just this one. So I'm thinking, man, you really have to have like a charismatic forensic pathologist to make these episodes work. Yeah. And this episode, he's great, but...
He fits the bill.
Do they have some where it's like, oof?
Yes, they do. And I'll tell you this. What first attracted me to the show is, one, the title, because I've got one note for him.
Tell me how I died.
It should be Tell Them How I Died. Guess what? Unless I was murdered in my sleep, I know how I died. I was there.
That's a great point.
I was fucking there, man.
That's a great point.
And I texted you, I said, oh boy, this is like as close as we can get to a modern day FF. This had some Forensic Files vibes in, one, what the episode was focused on, but also the autopsy pics.
Oh, yeah.
Who's with me? They were
nar.
They were. And like, this is, so I'm assuming the family gave permission and stuff. Like, this is a fine line where I'm like, I don't want to be like, oh, awesome, yeah. But I appreciate the real pics and how brutal they are because we're talking about forensic pathology and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not like I'm over here getting off on it, but it's like, it's nice to know what we're referring to instead of just like a blurry blob.
And it also helps put the crime in perspective, how brutal it was, and what the punishment for that should be.
Yeah, that's a good point, because it's like we're looking at a head that supposedly fell downstairs, but there's 2 giant lacerations, and you see the head shaved with it and stuff.
And you see where it was sewn up, where they peeled it open
and
sewed it back up again.
Yeah. All right, well, let's dive in, but first things first, which I guess is now the second thing. The IMDb description. After a beloved pastor's second wife is killed in a tragic car crash, it raises suspicions over the death of his first wife. Her death never sat easy with distinguished pathologist Dr. Wayne Ross, who is eager to reopen the older case he never forgot. Dun, dun, dun. Dr. Wayne Ross, who I just call Doc Ross. Okay, let's get Doc Ross his own show on CBS. I think Jillionaire would watch it. What do you think?
So... is it just me, or does Doc Ross fuck? Like, I was like, this dude's a pimp.
Yeah, he's got a real vibe to him, doesn't he? He's got confidence.
Yeah.
And this is where I like confidence and if people thinking that they're cool. When this happens with detectives or athletes or something.
Miss me with that.
Yes.
It's this guy and like that dude who knew the depths of the river. Remember him? Where he was like, I can tell you where that body is.
No.
He knew the river currents.
No, I do not.
Kurt.
That's not ringing a bell.
That's season 1 of our pod.
Wow. I'm slipping, dude. I do not remember that. But I'm with you there. Like the confidence of people where it's like, I know this river. It's this or this. And this guy, the way he's talking about it, I mean, he starts off the show by saying, you're probably thinking, why don't the cops just do it? And I'll tell you why.
Well, the problem is that law enforcement is good at some things, and we're better at other things.
It's like, okay, dude.
That's a very political correct way to say it. He wanted to say, the cops are dinguses, and I am a doctor.
Yeah.
I went to college, and they barely graduated from high school.
Yeah, we were not asking why the cops don't do it, dude. Don't worry. We know they couldn't handle it. Could you, right? Any one of these dinguses.
He kind of gave me like a Jerry Buting vibe a little bit.
Okay. So, I mean, that means you're pro Doc Ross. My question to you was, in The Office, people either love this guy or they friggin' hate him.
Yeah.
I think. Mm-hmm. Which one do you think it is?
It depends. The cops probably hate him.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess we can go along with it. Oh, dude, I got some. Whoa, one. Were you familiar with this case?
Yes, because Dateline did it in 2014.
Now, wait a minute, Cateline. Did you watch it?
I've seen the Dateline.
Because I watched it today. Because I was like, I know AB's face so well. Mm-hmm. And there was a 48 Hours about him. And killer pastors and stuff get under the old skin.
Sure.
They kind of get in the mind grapes and never leave.
And that's not a spoiler, because the name of the episode is Unholy Man.
Yep. Unholy Man.
So, yeah.
I mean, there's no surprise of who did it, but they did a Dateline. I watched it. It was hosted by Murph Dog.
Here's Dennis Murphy.
I found out some excellent extra tidbits that were not included in this because that's not the premise of the show. Like, this show is very much about the tests they had to do to change it from undetermined to homicide. So I'm not going to hold it against him, but I'm going to be hitting you with facts throughout this that you're going to be like, oh, damn. Oh, right.
Cool.
Story begins.
Tell me.
It's April 23rd of 1999 in Lebanon County, Pennsylvania. Pastor AB Schirmer calls into 911 and says that he had come home from a run and found his wife dead at the bottom of the stairs. First responders show up. And what's waiting for him at the bottom of the stairs, Kate?
Well, his wife is there. She's not quite dead yet.
No, this was crazy, right?
He thinks she's dead. And when they approach her, she's like squirming, like, don't touch me, get away from me. Like she had just been beaten.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like you would do if you had just been attacked. And it's clear that like, oh, she was pretending to be dead so he would stop hitting her. Oh. That's what I thought.
She definitely was still alive. And she did not want to be touched.
We see pics of it too. Now, that, of course, like the head is cropped out of the crime scene, but we're seeing the body, which is great for this because, believe me, the science of this fall is going to make or break this case. But she's on her back at the base of the stairs. Shoes are off right next to her.
Shoes are off, and they look like they've been set there.
Yes.
They don't look like they flew off in all directions like you would if you fell. So, yeah, you could say, well, maybe when she fell, she was like thrashing around and trying to get up again and like took her shoes off and she put them there. But it just seemed too perfect.
Yeah. And she is laying on her back with the cord still around her ankle. Like we see it so many times and it looks suspicious regardless.
Totally.
I mean, the shoes really make it stand out, but you're already going like, oh, this didn't happen. I
thought she looked really cute.
Yeah.
Her outfit was cute. She had good jeans on. I was like,
oh, you like those jeans,
okay.
huh?
Yeah, especially for 99. It looked very, they were low rise like I prefer and you hate.
Of course.
But
yeah.
It was a cute little outfit.
All right. Yeah, and her name is Jewel Schirmer. Jewel. Wait, I was going to say, tidbit from the Dateline. Twice a week for 14 years, she vacuumed those steps.
Which tells you she's not falling down those stairs.
Yeah, I mean, but then I thank God we didn't have to talk to the defense attorney who I hated. We saw a video of him in this episode, but he was on the Dateline and I was choking my computer screen. But he was like I could see him going, well, probability. Like the more she does it, the more she's likely to fall.
No.
But I don't think so.
The more she does it, the more of a grasp she has on the safest way to do it. She knows where to put her feet, at what point, how to position the vacuum, where the cord goes, at what time. That's coming from a man who's never vacuumed a room in his life.
Bingo. That's what I'm thinking, because when I think of someone vacuuming and someone who does it a lot, they've got real control of that cord. because it's always in the f***ing way, especially when you're on steps.
Oh, yeah.
So it's unlikely she's sitting there vacuuming with it loose,
Yeah.
too.
My husband, I can always tell like when he's ready to move to the next thing because the cord whips around into a certain place.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't do vacuuming enough to relate to that 100%, but I have vacuumed, okay?
Sure.
It's not like I've never vacuumed.
As have I. There's one right behind me, as you can see.
I see it. That's right.
Good, honey.
So this happens, and then we cut to our first talking head, and this is with a gentleman named John Benny, brother of Jewel. I like the cut of this guy's jib. What do you think?
Well, he's chilling in a recliner the whole interview, the whole time.
Yeah, with deer heads behind him. He's got, right? He had a wall of deer heads and stuff.
And he is just the realist.
Yeah.
He hates AB. Never really liked him that much. And he talks us through the whole process of how things went down. He gets a phone call from AB from the hospital.
Yep.
Being like, your sister had an accident and they don't think she's going to make it.
Yeah.
And he was with the rest of their family. So he was able to hang up the phone and go in and tell their parents.
Yeah. He was an adult then, absolutely. He is a lot younger than Jewel.
And
I guess I'll say that for a sec, but I felt sometimes when he was telling stories about Jewel, I felt right after they cut, he'd be going like, "That I'm telling you, that's all I have.
Yeah.
That's all the material I have of my older sister." Like, she was married when I was like 8. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And we see the wedding photo.
Yeah.
And granted, she got married at like 18.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, they had been married 30 years, AB and Jewel.
oh wait, I think they got married. They met in college. So she was 22, I think, when they were married. And he was a little kid. And we see the wedding photo, and he's a child in the photo with them. And
and AB's ugly ass is there in the photo.
AB's ugly ass is there.
No chin, motherfucker.
And then Jewel is looking cute. And then, the brother is just, you can tell, he is trying desperately to come up with anecdotes. There
you go. You got it.
Anecdotes.
Boom.
But he never lived with her, really.
No.
I mean, he did when he was like a baby, but he doesn't remember it.
Yeah.
I liked the one point he was like, it was a pretty typical brother-sister relationship.
Yeah.
Except I didn't really know her at all.
Yeah. Sometimes I really felt like they were stretching it. They're trying to when he's going through the scrapbook, you kind of get like, so that's when she got married. Okay. She got married. That was it.
Then she was gone.
Yeah.
She moved with AB, and I kept living my life.
Yeah.
And that's all that I have of my sister.
And so he and his dad go down to the hospital, and he pulls back the curtains, and he sees the state of his dead sister. What's he thinking here? Because, does she look like she fell down some steps?
No.
Or no?
He and his dad are immediately to each other like, this don't look right. What you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, this don't look right.
My sister looked like she got hit by a freight train. I said to my father, something's not right here. And he shook his head and said, yeah.
All 10 of her knuckles were busted up, not 1 or 2.
Yes.
All 10.
Like she had been in a fighting for her life.
Yeah.
Because if you fall, you're going to scrape a few. But these weren't scrapes. These were horrific knuckle injuries, like you were pummeling something.
The brother is suspicious. He wants it investigated. Now, I love this because he drops it twice, but he's like, I'm friends with a lot of cops. And they all said the same thing, which we've seen this a billion times too. Look, unless the coroner says it's a murder, it can't be investigated. Because he's like, come on, guys, investigate this death. What the hell is going on?
I hunt with a lot of police officers, and I know state troopers, and they all basically gave me the same answer. The coroner has the final decision.
And I don't think that's correct.
No, I mean, we really get in the nitty gritty here of how a forensic pathologist, which is what Dr. Wayne Ross is, they do this stuff to figure out what's up with the body, but the coroner's the final say that says what goes on the death certificate, which is, and this is like a pain in the ass to change too. So here we go. John is suspicious. Now we talk to Dr. Wayne Ross, and I'm cracking up. My work is extremely important. It's life or death. Okay. He's loving it. He's loving it.
Lives are at stake.
And we hear a little bit of his own dictation from the Jewel Schirmer autopsy. You think that was genuine?
Maybe, yeah.
This is Dr. Ross dictating a postmortem report, and I'm dictating this report on Jewel Schirmer, 50-year-old white female.
Yeah, It sounded like it. They do that in a lot of these eps. And some of them I go, this guy was acting. I feel like maybe they asked him to redo it or something. Oh, let me get this out of the way. I was pretty high on this show when I watched this ep. None of the remaining 9 episodes get anywhere near this one. So
because they don't have Doc Ross.
They don't have Doc Ross, and they certainly don't have cool crime scene photos or autopsy photos. The rest is such a snooze, and I'm mad that I called it modern day FF, because only this episode is. That's it.
It's like they did this episode, and that got them
the show,
the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh shit.
Oops. Yeah. Because not only is this an autopsy, we got a 3D reconstruction. We got a dummy we're going to throw down some steps. Yeah. So, I mean, I would say, Holt heads, peep this ep, but proceed on 2 through 10 at your own risk. This is where we're seeing the crazy pics of her head and stuff, 2 lacerations. And this was great. This is when I knew I loved Doc Ross, is because he's saying the report says that she had a heart attack and fell downstairs. And he'd just like to, look into that.
He'd like to check out her heart and see if that matches.
Yeah, so he looks in the body. What's wrong with this picture, Kate?
Kurt, several of her organs are gone, including the heart.
Yeah, and so he's like, how am I supposed to do an autopsy on cause of death if they donated the heart?
I have this echo going through my head constantly. Rule out homicide, rule out homicide, rule out homicide. Well, what's the answer to that? Get the heart, get the heart, get the heart.
And why would they donate the heart if she had had a heart attack?
Well,
unless it was for science to look at the heart post-heart attack.
For reasons. Yeah. No, I thought of that too, but he said, if a heart has a heart attack, it doesn't work anymore. But there are parts of the heart that you can still use. And so they're like called the bowels or the valves or something like that. Maybe the
valves?
I'm making it. Ooh, that sounds better than bowels, Kate. Something else, it could be valves, and it's not bowels.
You know that hearts have valves.
Of course I do. I just didn't connect the two. But you're right. You're absolutely correct.
But you can use the valves.
I do, because there's, what else is in there? An atrium. Something in there's called an atrium. What do you think? What?
Are we sure?
Yeah, with ventricles and shit. You don't think there's an atrium in a heart?
It sounds familiar, but ventricle, I know.
There is totally an atrium. I'm totally right. I'm not going to read the wiki for what an atrium is, but it's totally one of those things.
Okay.
Yes! And he's not going to be able to get the actual heart.
No.
And I love this. He said, I had to be in an insufferable nag to get the heart slides. So he was able to get a few slides of, they took tissue from the heart before they donated it or whatever.
Right.
And so he was able to look at that. That took weeks for him to get his hands on. Right after the murder, that's what Doc Ross is up to. He's like, give me the heart, give me the slides. That's ridiculous. I got to do my job. Meanwhile, John and his dad go over to visit AB at the parsonage, and they want to see AB and check in on him. They also want to see the scene of the fall. And we see pics of these stairs. Mm-hmm. And I thought this was so awesome and so funny. Because one thing John is noticing.
First of all, John walks in. He's like, yeah, hi. Blows past him.
Yep.
Goes right to the stairs. He's looking it up and down. This isn't right. This isn't right.
And I'm thinking, if she fell down those steps, why would there be blood all the way over here? Somebody really scrubbed up this basement.
And he's noticing that the walls have been cleaned up to the top of the stairs. And he's like, why would you clean this side of the wall if she fell down there? And he's like, this scene has been cleaned. And so he goes up to AB and he says, I get to him nose to nose, right? I get right in his face. And I say, who cleaned that crime scene, dude? And do you remember what AB's dumbass said?
Yeah.
Kate?
He said the paramedics did it before they left. No, they didn't. And John's like, no, they didn't. I'm friends with those guys. I used to run with those guys.
I love it.
They don't clean crime scenes.
And he said the paramedics stayed behind and cleaned it up. And I couldn't help myself. And I just said, that's bull. Paramedics don't stay behind and clean up blood. And I know that because I used to run with that same ambulance organization.
You have to get a crime scene cleanup team to come in, you dipshit.
Yeah. Now, look, in AB's defense, Sunshine Cleaning had not come out yet.
True.
Okay? So maybe the world didn't know that's how it operates.
Are you still cleaning houses? Actually, I own my own crime scene cleanup service. We come into people's lives when they have experienced something profound.
But that was my first thought was, you idiot. You're so dumb that you think the paramedics cleaned up the scene?
Yeah.
Like, that's not their job. They're not going to clean it up.
No, they're going to take your dying wife to the hospital.
Yeah.
Why are they sticking around? They're with her in the ambulance.
Yes. And so he says that's bullshit. But I don't know. I guess AB just rolled with it. This guy's supposedly charismatic.
Well, he's a man of God. You have to believe him.
Yes, of course. He's a man of God and he's a man of the ladies. Okay? because he be sleeping around.
A perfect combination.
I knew of AB Schirmer's 3 or 4 affairs that he had when he was married to my sister.
Yeah, he said a leopard doesn't change its spots. I said, right on, John.
Mm-hmm.
Love that stuff.
A leopard doesn't change their spots.
So weeks after the death, Doc Ross gets some tissues. The report said that there was an elevated enzyme count, which means heart attack. But Doc Ross says that could also be caused by CPR and them trying to resuscitate the body.
Yeah.
So like the whole purpose of this report and why it was all sent off is because somebody wrote down heart attack, accident, done and done.
Mm-hmm. And you know who wrote that down? A detective dingus.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is when, like, this show really gets into, like, there's a cause of death and a manner of death. He says that the cause of death is a traumatic brain injury. But the manner of death, he was forced to put down undetermined because there were countless things that hadn't been done. There hadn't been a crime scene reconstruction. There hadn't been a splatter test of the scene. Like, all this stuff didn't happen, so he could not, like, technically, as a professional, put down murder. But I found this out in the Dateline. He literally wrote down, reevaluate this case. He said, this is undetermined, but he told the cops, reevaluate this. And then we see a picture. What's it say at the bottom of the paragraph? Case closed. We're done with this one.
Which is weird because John was friends with a lot of cops. You think he would have been pushing it?
He was.
Maybe he wasn't friends with those cops.
I think he was pushing it, but their answer was, look, the case is already closed and the coroner said undetermined. I mean, that undetermined is enough to keep pressing. But John will find out, like, there's record of him pushing for this when it happens again.
I like that Doc Ross, it bugged him. It bugged him enough to write that at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, and now is when we find out about the second murder. Flash forward to 2008. Doc Ross hears the AB's second wife has also died.
Imagine that.
You know, it was like getting hit with a ton of bricks. I'm like, wait a minute. You're telling me this guy remarries? His wife's dead?
So what's friggin' going on here? We're in the Poconos now. We're a few hours away from Lebanon County, I believe. Cops report to an accident. Kate, would you like to tell us about this accident scene? Who's alive? Who's dead? You better tell me what friggin' kind of car it is.
Beep, beep. It's Car Kate.
Uh-huh.
This was the laughing stock of all cars.
My money had one. Continue.
A PT Cruiser.
Yup, PT Cruiser.
I mean, it's just... What? Your mom had one, for real?
Yes. So, Mom, I loved our PT Cruiser, Mom. Okay, I'm not hating on it. My money if you're listening to this. What's that?
You loved those bucket seats and that analog clock right in the middle of the dashboard.
Yeah, and I felt like it was really, really low to the ground.
In the bucket seats, yeah. They're like...
Yeah.
really in there.
Yeah. Hey, I thought it was kind of cool.
What color was it?
You know, it was that purple blue. I called it purple. Some people called it blue. But I love purple, as you know.
You didn't have the flames on the side, though.
No. God, no. God, if my money had rolled up with flames on the side. Oh.
A buddy of mine in college had the flames on the side.
On a PT? Or just on his car?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Were you like, yeah. I'll be driving myself, thank you? I'll meet you at the movie theater or something? Did you not want to be seen?
I mean, I usually was driving myself, but I think I was in that car maybe once.
Yeah, that was enough for you.
So this crime scene is, I'm going to say it, stupid.
Yeah.
He allegedly is driving. He says his wife had, what was it, a headache?
No, she had TMJ. She had some sort of jaw issue, so they were going to the hospital.
Which, for the record, I have TMJ.
Okay, sounds right.
Do you see me at the hospital? No. Now, it can cause, like, migraines and headaches.
On July 15, 2008, he's driving her and rushing her off to the hospital because of this jaw pain.
So he was driving, and a deer ran out in front of the car, and he swerved and crashed into the guardrail. And she had just conveniently unbuckled her seatbelt moments before. And
wouldn't you know it?
When they hit the guardrail, her head smashed against the front and she died. Now,
yeah, he's there clean as a whistle.
Nothing happened to him. There's blood. There's blood all over where she was, but he's fine.
Yeah.
And so is the car.
Yeah.
The car is fine.
Yeah, it's not bad.
The airbags didn't even deploy. And I looked it up. PT Cruisers did have airbags on both the passenger side and the driver's side. Neither deployed. He claims he was going 55 miles an hour.
Yes.
That is not damage from 55 miles an hour. He was going 20.
Well, yeah, we'll find out later exactly how fast he was going, but that's the story right this second.
He said to the responding officers that he was doing 55 miles an hour.
And the very next day, the body's cremated.
Uh-huh.
Say what?
No one...
Okay.
These more detective dinguses looked at this crime scene and thought, yeah, this is a standard car accident where there's no damage to the car and only one of the people in it is not only covered in blood, but dead, and the other one, not a scratch.
Is fine. And now, I guess I would believe it more with the first wife's death in 99. Oh, wait, I think people were wise to it. But this shows you if you're in a position of power, like of being a priest, like it comes with built-in trust and shit.
Yeah.
Like the cops are like, a priest ain't gonna lie to us.
Sir, that is the exact person who's going to lie to you.
Exactly. And
he's lying to you every day about God.
If the pastor says that this is what happened, why would someone question it?
I'm so glad that I always lived in a place where that would not matter. I never lived in a town where, like, there's the priest and everyone knows him and he's a man of God and he's a community man. I've always lived in a city where no one would know who the priest at any church. There's too many churches. It's like, who? I don't know.
Yeah, I did live in that town, Kate. I wasn't a small town, but I knew the priests and stuff, Father Marty. And when I went back to Fort Wayne in high school, it was when I had been awakened to the ways of the world, and I wasn't having it. I was this real 18, like, anti-war and stuff. Okay, I'm like writing songs and stuff about 9/11.
Proud to be an American. Please play a cut of the Toby Keith song right there.
We'll put a boot in your ass.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I was into this stuff heavy, and I remember, I just lost my train of thought, totally distracted by the 9/11 song that I wrote. Hang on, what the was I going to say? Okay, so no autopsy, cremated the next day. This is when people are starting to talk, because this is now a second wife, but also when cops start to look into his background, this mofo was moved around like the pedo priest, where he would get in trouble, and instead of getting fired, they go, let's make it this parish's problem, right?
Yeah, instead of little children, he was sexually assaulting women.
Instead of removing him from that position, they just moved him to another location.
Yeah, and it would be, as we're going to see, he'd be counseling people and then be in an affair, have sexual relations with half of that couple that he's counseling.
Now that I remember from the Dateline. They didn't really get into that in this, but I remembered, oh yeah, there were a lot of marriage counseling. And then he would be like, let me just counsel the wife with my dick.
Yeah, and believe me, Kate, that's what I'm going to be bringing up at the end of this ep, is what the Dateline covered, because there's a whole hell of a lot there.
The old bromide, the truth will set you free.
And so they go back to the crime scene. They're like, this is looking suspicious. Let's look into this. They reconstruct the crime scene. And I loved this. They talk about how blood on the seat, and looks at how it's padded in. So this to them says, the injuries that caused the blood flow did not happen in the car because she was sitting on bloodstains. Do you buy this? What are you thinking here?
Yeah, I do. I buy it.
There's blood drops diluted in the seat. You can actually see it in the shape of a human body.
Then we see a picture of the blood on the seat, and some of it is like padded in and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You get the idea that someone was already bleeding and put in the front seat.
Yes. And they're like, we got to go to the potential crime scene.
Yeah.
This was done at their house.
Yeah. And so now is when we get a talking head from Anne Marie Thorson Barros, who was a congregant that said, now, Kate, tell me you remember Anne Marie.
I called Pastor Schirmer. He's like, oh, yeah, Betty passed away. I said, what? I was completely shocked. What? I said, that's horrible. I was like, I am so sorry. Oh, my gosh.
How about this talking head with this lady?
I remembered her. She gave me a Susan Sarandon vibe.
She would love to hear that.
Well, yeah, I think
Anne Marie would love to hear
I'm being generous, yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, but okay, so this woman, she only gets to say a few things. Now, Kate, do you remember, I have a pick if you want a refresher. Do you need a pick?
From the Dateline or from this?
She wasn't in the Dateline. She's only in this.
Okay.
Do you need a pic or no?
No, I got her. I got her. She's got like an orange tank top on.
No, dude. She's got what had to have been her pink prom dress from high school in the 80s.
Oh, that's pink?
It's shocking.
Hit me with a pic.
Okay, now I'm sending you. I got to hit you with a pic because this is going to be a segment in the Lesties where a talking head, and the name of the segment is "What's Their Story?" What do you think?
Love it.
This is definitely one of them. Okay, hang on. Okay, yeah. And she's surrounded by Precious Moments dolls as well. And on her wall, it says written in crayon, like, I love Jesus. I mean, this lady, boy, I just had a billion more questions. So I just sent it to you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, I'm not coming after her, okay? But this is a shocking choice to be in a talking head to wear this outfit. Is it not a revealing, over-the-shoulder, like, puffy prom dress from 1987? I mean, is there any other way to describe what she's wearing?
It's an accurate description. I think she was just so excited to be on TV. She wanted to wear the fanciest thing she had.
She's sitting here with a Bible in her lap. She's got 30 Precious Moments kicking it next to her. And they're not like, this is when, like, our feng shui corner of the episode. Remember that guy that had all those pictures in the piano?
Yes.
And it was like, how do we tune this piano? We got to take all these pics off first. This is a walk up, like, bar counter in her kitchen. This is where you
How
eat
do you
lunch.
eat?
Yeah. It's literally covered in Precious Moments. I loved this lady. Her vibe, God, was I shook when she came on in this outfit in her house. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. So anyway, she rolled. Look for her to make an appearance in the Lesties. So then we find out that his wife, Betty, who was dead in the car, he had married 2 years after Jewel died. So 2001, they get married, and they moved to the Readers area. And the cops were looking into AB. There's all sorts of complaints. And they see in the files that the first wife's brother, John, wanted it investigated. Mm-hmm. So this detective goes to find John, and he's like, hey, what was up with your sister's death? Is there something you want to talk about? And he's like, yeah. She's friggin' murdered, dude.
But these are the Readers police that are asking him, not the Lebanon police. It wasn't until Readers got involved that they even bothered to reopen Jules' case.
Yeah, I mean, that case had been closed officially since it happened. You're right. And then now it's the cops investigating this car accident where it's like, hey, dudes, maybe go back to 99 and revisit.
The information that I got in Jules' case prompted me to contact the authorities in Lebanon to reopen that investigation.
I just love John's vibe where he's like, yeah, he murdered her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. Let's do something. So now we get into more cool science stuff. Car, not that much damage. We talked to a guy with an accent. Was this guy French or something? What was this guy's vibe? Do you remember this? He explains the 3D simulation of the crash that they do. And we see the 3D simulation, and it's like, it's hardcore old-ass CG or 3D animation, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of hard shapes and stuff. No shadows. There's not a shadow in sight.
It is the Microsoft Paint of 3D simulations.
Yeah, yes. And we see that PT Cruiser cruising down, and what he does is he's got, I guess, all the physics plugged in of like, here's the rail that they ran into, here's the road, and they started at 55 miles an hour. And what they did was they ran the crash until it replicated the scene of the actual accident. Mm-hmm. And they started at 55, blows right through this friggin' thing.
Yeah.
Blows right through it. They have to keep waiting. They go down and down and down. It's not till that car is going 18 miles an hour where it was the same.
Yeah.
So I believe that it was an intentional crash to justify the injuries to the victim.
So this is, again, it's like, oh, she was already dead. And this guy, the coward that he is, he just didn't want to get in a crash. Like, if
he didn't want to get hurt, so he didn't want to be going that fast. I wouldn't even be surprised if he hit it once and it wasn't
good enough,
hard enough, and he backed up and did it again.
I swear there's a Dateline where that happens, dude. I feel like I've seen that. But I'm with you. Same thing here. Like, if he had sold this a little better, like if he could stand having his precious face scratched up, he might have been able to get away with this better. Because 18 miles an hour is a friggin' joke.
Yeah.
To think that this lady died from it.
Yeah.
There was no autopsy, but they sent CT scans of her brain to our boy, Doc Ross. And as they say, this blows the case wide open. He's studying these CT scans. Doc Ross is stoked because he kind of had this was stuck in his craw a little bit, the one that got away. Now, Doc Ross had a real problem with the original coroner on this. So they bring him to look at these CT scans. They can't look at the brain because she's been cremated already. And now the coroner had only taken a few pictures of her body fully clothed and then said, we're good here.
Mm-hmm. Typically speaking, you're supposed to take everything off, photograph everything, document everything. It never happened.
And so he looks at like a 3D scan using these CT scans, and he realizes there are 2 lacerations on her skull, very similar to the 2 lacerations on her skull 9 years ago.
It's like looking at the same crime over again.
So now the detectives here are like, we've got 2 murders on our hands. We need this manner of death changed. And both cases are now open. This is like 2008. And this was weird. Old Doc Ross says, sometimes you got to have a forehead of flint. The f*** does that mean?
You have to have a hard forehead?
No, a forehead of flint. Does that mean like easy to light a fire? Isn't that what flint is in a lighter?
Isn't
like
flint
to start a fire?
Isn't flint a rock? Like flint rock? Like hard?
Oh, maybe. But flint is in a lighter, which you would know because as we know, you never once smoked anything ever in your life. Okay.
Off to the
But trust me
googs.
when I say that flint is a part of a lighter. So I thought it was kind of similar to like when you say light a fire under your ass.
No, I'm right. Forehead of flint is a biblical term. It's from Ezekiel 3, chapter 3, verse 9. I will make your forehead like a diamond, harder than flint.
Okay, that's sweet. I did not care for you saying that you were right, because that implies I was wrong. Flint is part of a lighter gate. I need you to acknowledge this.
I'm going to Google that.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe you're Googling this. Go for it. Let me know what you find.
Flint is very hard, durable, sedimentary rock.
What? Flint in a Zippo lighter. It's right here. Yeah.
Flint.
You still can't find anything.
In a Zippo lighter. So the flint is a piece of hard rock in the lighter.
Fine, but I know I'm at a 9 right now, Kate.
On the tension scale, Rube.
But would you just say the words that flint is part of a lighter? Just say it. It is.
It is.
Woo. Okay.
Sure was damp today.
But as you state, he means it to be it's a hard thing. He's got to like keep butting heads with people until he gets what he wants. Is that true?
Yeah, you can see how he ruffles some feathers, but I think I'd be into it.
Yeah, and then he has this great idea. Now it's time for another test. He gets a dummy ready, and he covers it in chalk. And we see video of him throwing this dummy down the stairs, and the chalk is to see where the impacts happen.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool, huh?
We had a series of 6 dummies that were also chalked up, and that tells us there's an impact there.
This was really cool. He had a word for it. It was called postural reflex.
That's right.
And what he was saying was when someone falls downstairs, your human reaction is to put your hands in front of you to like catch your fall. And he's like, so in this, when we see real falls, their wrists are broken or there's a spinal cord damage or their necks, there's definitely injuries to the neck.
Yeah, because the dummy went down and the neck kind of bent and the head went first and then the body kind of went over it. And clearly that neck would have broken.
Yeah. So he's like, there was nothing wrong with her wrists. There was nothing spinal. There was nothing with their neck. And they do a bunch of tests and you see what he means. I mean, I believe that 100%. Like,
yeah,
right? The postural reflex thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be insane to fall without putting your hands up. Like, I wonder if you could even do it.
It would be, that's like a trust fall. You'd have to consciously be like, okay, don't put your hands out. Don't put your hands out.
Yeah. So he's finding this out. This is more stuff that's going to be great at the trial. Okay. So now we're back to talking to the detective who was very pumped about the blood splatter in the car, where he's like, this is not where this blood happened. Where did it happen?
So
he goes in. He goes to AB's pad.
They go to AB's house, which is the parsonage.
Yep.
And they have a warrant. And they go on into the garage.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I nearly lost my mind. Because he had gotten a replacement PT Cruiser.
Did he? Did he really?
So if
do you think he just got that fixed?
No, that was a different one. The one that crashed was blue. The one in the car, the one in the garage when they went to look was silver.
So was the crash one was silver too, my man.
Nuh-uh, it was blue.
It was silver.
It was blue.
We can throw this to Future Kurt to win, but it was definitely silver.
It was 100% blue.
Okay, well, I've already wasted my going hard on things about Flint, so I'm just going to let Future Kurt handle this. We'll see what happens.
Either way.
Future Kurt here. You know, it's days like this that I love being a future Kurt, because I get to set up a clip from another show about the same case that proves that the PT Cruiser in both scenarios is the same PT Cruiser.
I thought it was very strange after his wife dies in this car crash that he has the car repaired and still uses it.
Now, go to our Instagram, True Crime Cleanup, to see pics of the car, of the PT Cruiser, because even after seeing pics, Kate insisted that it was a bluish silver. Now, we don't need to debate it, because we got this clip that we played, so the color doesn't really matter, but this is, in one of those, is the dress gold or blue thing. That's what's going on here. So, anyway, go to the Instagram, but keep listening to this app. Back to it.
Either way, we know for sure that he is psychotic, because one, if he went out and got a new PT Cruiser, that's insane. Two, if he just went and repaired the car that his wife died in, that is also insane.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You get rid of that car, my man. It's got blood all in it.
Yeah, and also, there's blood in the garage, and it's still there.
It's still there.
The detectives find that there's still blood, as if he had been carrying a body to this car.
Uh-huh.
When I walked in the garage area, I could see blood visibly on the concrete, as if he missed it during cleanup.
And they test the blood, and sure enough, it's friggin' Betty's.
Mm-hmm.
So this idiot left the blood in the driveway. Now, of course, his defense attorney was like, why would he do that? He wouldn't be that stupid. And I would say, no, he would be that stupid. He's lived 40 years of being like a top dog to everyone, and nobody ever questioned him. And he got away with 2 murders. So I think he would be that stupid.
Totally. And he said that paramedics cleaned up the blood the first time. He's stupid.
All right, so they arrest AB in 2010. Trial doesn't start till 2013. This is where it comes out that he already had a girlfriend, Cindy, who was actually, they were engaged. He was engaged to this woman he met by counseling her in her current marriage with her husband.
He moves fast. He just wants to kill her, so he's got to hurry up and get married.
Yeah. Now, I saw on the Dateline, she's at the trial rooting him on. The 2 daughters of AB support their dad.
No.
We know that happens. We know that friggin' happens.
I'm sorry, what? Even though he murdered their mother?
Yep. They believe him. They believe him. He didn't kill either woman.
Oh, no.
There's a son involved, and the son, thankfully, is wise to it, testified against him. And also, he called him the Sinister Minister.
The Sinister Minister.
And Murph Dog also says this.
The Sinister Minister.
And you know what I'm thinking?
That should have been the title.
Great title. Guess what the title was of the Dateline?
It was like Fallen something.
That's it. Fallen.
Fallen.
Here's Dennis Murphy with Fallen.
That's terrible.
It's bad. Because only one of the murders involved a fall, and it wasn't a fall. It was a push. Or it was a bludgeon and a placement.
Yeah.
No one actually fell. Or is it he fell from grace?
Yes. That's probably, I suppose, what it is. But when you say Sinister Minister multiple times in the episode, why wouldn't you use it?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's like a Stephen King title.
Yeah, absolutely. So AB had a couple's cemetery plot for his first wife, and he had asked John's dad, his former father-in-law, is it cool if I bury Jewel in the family plot here? And don't worry, I've got mine ready too. It was 2 hearts intertwined, and it was like AB Schirmer will be laying here dead when he dies so he could be with his love for eternity or whatever. And John, the brother, at the sentencing is like, yo, I'm replacing that headstone, dude.
Uh-huh.
So I even told Schirmer at the sentencing hearing, my sister was going to get a new tombstone, and his name wasn't going to be on it.
That was pretty cool.
And he did, and he was really proud of it. However, he kept Schirmer on there. Why not have it go back to her maiden name?
But that was her name for 30 years, though.
It was, and perhaps she wanted to have the same last name as her kids.
Okay, so I've got some excellent stuff to add from the Dateline. Do you want to do lists first? Or what?
I think it's about time for those lists.
Hit me, Kate. Hit me.
Kate's unnamed list. Well, we've got the car and
PT Cruiser.
What I think is possibly 2 different PT Cruisers.
We'll find out.
That's it.
Yeah. On to Kurt's Kick-Ass List.
Kick-Ass List.
This is what I call the smoking gun. Oh, is that what you called it? Did you come up with smoking gun? Was that you?
This is a photograph that I actually call the smoking gun.
I mean, that's on there. That's up there with like red flags and shit. Smoking gun is on Kurt's kick-ass list. Welcome to it. And that's it for mine. I thought there'd be a movie thing or something. I mean, this was another, when I say love, it's in quotes, like when hubris comes in and someone thinks, I got away with one, I'll get away with another. I sure do enjoy it when they finally get busted for it.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, dude, you were in the clear.
Mm-hmm.
You were in the clear.
But you had to go and fuck around and do it again.
Yeah.
And motive wasn't really touched on, but I assume insurance payouts.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the defense attorney was saying on Dateline is what's the motive? But I would argue he found a new piece of tail.
Totally.
Like, each time he's ready to move on. So, like, what else do you want? Because if you divorce somebody, there's going to be a splitting of something.
Yeah.
Right?
And he may have to pay alimony.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Oh, and can he get divorced if he's...
Great question.
A priest? Well, he's not a priest.
No, he's a pastor, so he's allowed to have a fam and stuff. But surely they look down on the divorcing. That has been motive in so many of our cases of someone saying, I can't get divorced because of God and my family and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll just kill him. So that could be it. Okay, so here's some Dateline deets. This is so crazy. It doesn't fit in tell me how I died. So the second wife dies. He's engaged to this woman, Cindy. Cindy and her husband were being counseled by him. And the husband really loved AB. That's all we heard was Pastor AB was so great and everybody loved him until he tried to hit on their wife and stuff, which happened all the time.
Sure.
Now, this husband loved him so much, he was a woodworker, and he made a desk out of like cherry wood.
He'd even made a desk for the pastor's office. Was it fancy?
Very, very beautiful. It was cherry. Had 3 crosses on the front.
Now, when this husband realized that his wife was in fact sleeping with his savior AB, okay, he took his gun. He broke into the parsonage. He sat down at this desk that he had built for AB and pulled the trigger.
He killed himself?
Yes, at the desk that he had built for this man. Yes.
In the same parsonage where he ended up killing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
Mm-hmm.
The guy built this desk for him. I mean, desks are big and heavy. I feel like I want to give this guy a lot of credit for building a freaking desk.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's a super bummer. We find out that this was funny. He was always flirting, and he'd go bowling with friends, and the friends would come home to their wives and be like, stupid AB, anytime it's his turn, he's not there because he's out there flirting with ladies at like another lane or something.
Dude.
Yeah.
This guy is awful.
Jerk. Also, this you might remember from the Dateline is that his like daughter-in-law was 16 at the time. She suspected that her mom Cindy was having an affair with AB, so she wrote an anonymous email to the pastor saying like, I know what you're doing. They find out it's her and have a talk with her, and they're like, how dare you accuse us? How dare you accuse us? And then right after the death of the dad who blew his brains out at the desk, he's over there with a overnight bag that never leaves. That's it. Isn't that crazy?
And this daughter is like, okay, great.
Yeah, this poor daughter is like, she's my mom and I love her, but like she knows that AB's a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
So she wasn't happy about it. And it's also, this has happened
She's
before
like,
on
don't
Dateline
kill my
where-
mom.
Yeah. A bunch of people were on there, brother not. Doc Wayne Ross was on this Dateline. Now, when we were talking about whether or not he's a cool dude, right now we're leaning towards cool dude. However, in the Dateline, I noticed a framed illustration of a famous actor. Who do you think Doc Ross had a framed picture of?
Oh, okay.
And it's going to make you go,
oh, never mind.
Oh, maybe he's not dope. Maybe he's not dope.
Okay, let's see. More known for movies or TV?
Movies.
Are they still alive?
Hell no. Long dead. This is like a grandpa. This is a grampy favorite. And also a McClizu. Little insight.
A grampy favorite. Like, are we talking like, is this like pre-Marlon Brando?
No, during. He was pre-Brando because this guy was in Stagecoach in the 30s. But this guy was an American icon, and he's the kind of star now where, one, he was a dick, and he was not cool and racist and stuff.
John Wayne.
There's some hints for you. John Wayne.
Oh, no.
What do you think, Kate? Did he lose some points?
Oh, he lost some points. Doc Ross.
I knew it.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, I know McClizu is listening to this going, you know I love John Wayne. Absolutely. I hear you, dude. And McClizu it's canon, a great dude. But there's just something, there's a window into somebody if they're a doctor and they've got a picture of John Wayne framed in their little cubicle.
Yeah, I mean, McLizu doesn't have a picture of John Wayne framed above, like, his firefighter gear.
I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, I saw that. I was like, oh, no. So maybe he is an asshole. Anyway.
Damn.
Last thing. So you know how she's instantly cremated, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the urn was a picture of a deer. A deer's what jumped out and supposedly made them crash and die.
Why would he do that?
They said she loved nature. And I'd go, then maybe there'd be plants on there. A deer's not what I think of in nature, I suppose.
He had picked out an urn with a deer on it.
A deer?
A deer.
The deer that sent them into the guardrail and
supposedly caused the car accident, yes.
Odd choice, maybe.
The Cindy, at the time of the trial and stuff, was paying $600 a month for his commissary, which is nice because she's sticking by him. Gosh darn it. And there was no purse in the PT Cruiser. And the detectives and everybody's like, yo, if this woman had to go to the hospital because of TMJ or whatever, she's bringing her purse.
She needs her ID and her insurance card.
Exactly. And there was no purse in the PT. Another telling sign.
What an idiot. Men are so stupid.
So dumb. Luminol was also a big star. They did talk about Luminol in this episode too. That's how they figured out the blood in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
The defense attorney was like, but the Luminol pictures are out of focus. They don't count. And I was like, no, sorry, dude, I don't care for you.
Look, he's trying. He's getting paid. He's doing what he can.
I know, but it's the way they say it. I don't know. It's the way they say it, Kate. Does
he's not going to be like, I know this probably doesn't make sense, but the Luminol pictures are out of focus. Does that help at all?
Yeah. I guess. Oh, also, and he tried to appeal the verdict because they were allowed to bring up the previous murder, which makes total sense because it's identical. 2 lacerations, probably a crowbar, right? Like they were the same murders.
If the judge allows that, you can't really appeal it, right? It's like...
Yeah. So that got turned down. He got life in prison, hour and a half to deliberate, and then he ends up he pleads to 3rd-degree murder for the first wife, which he gets 40 years for concurrently. So he's in jail, supposedly forever. Thankfully not in California. I don't know what Pennsylvania rules are, but if AB's still alive, he's in prison. You think AB is still kicking?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's probably beloved.
They probably love him.
Oh, yeah. He's having everybody come to his church services, and he's changing hearts and minds.
Yeah, that irks me. Like a man of God goes into jail, or like a person who's a lawyer or something, and they're like you said, beloved in there. And that bugs me, right? Because everybody's like, oh, will you help me with my case?
Help me with my case. Or, hey, if I turn to Jesus, I might the parole board might let me out because I'm a changed man.
Yeah, classic. That's it, Kate. You got anything else to add?
Nah, son.
And on that note, I'm Kurt Money.
I'm Kateline. It was 100% blue.